Shalom. I would like to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Chaha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops at Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth, the 100% truth out there on the highways and the byways, the Akim, as well as you few sisters out there listening and learning, the Akwath. To you also I say Shalom. It is your brother, Ratazar Gabar, back with another lesson through the Spirit. And then tonight's installment, just want to play a couple clips for y'all concerning, the standard and pretty much the current status of dating right now in the United States. So go ahead and play this for y'all, a couple clips. And nonetheless, Lord, willing to be an edifying lesson to those out there listening and watching. Pull out a few precepts and scriptures through the Spirit. Of course, Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson to those out there listening and watching. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. I just want to declare the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And this is for edification and educational purposes only. This video is not monetized. I am not making any money off of this video. So please do not strike this down. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play these two clips for y'all.
Just sitting here thinking about how I went to singles night at church and it was hundreds. I mean, at least 1,000. First, I thought it was 500, but the pastor said it was 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, or even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes and sizes, literally African-American women, like a room full of singles. And I'm like, this has to be an experiment. Like, this has to be like assimilation. Like, I'm confused and I'm like low-key, like nervous, like for us, because where are the men?
What happened to yearning? What happened to men that pursue? What happened to men being confident enough to make the first move? I feel like our generation is just so whacked out. Like, we're just all messed up. And I think with the phones, we're just so antisocial and just everything is just out of sorts and it's not how it used to be. And I think it's a real shame that like the art of dating and like yearning and pursuing is just dead. Like, I watch shows like Bridgerton, I'm like, oh my God, we will never have that again. It's just gonna get worse. And it's actually so sad. Especially dating apps have just ruined it all.
As a real deal lover girl, you gotta realize there's no love out here for us anymore. These men don't even want love. I promise you, they don't even want love anymore. So, ain't no love out here for us lover girls. If you're a lover girl, just stay put up, stay out the way, pour the love into yourself. Because these men don't want it.
At least they're noticing and talking about it. At least they're concerned, because they know what it means when men give up on love. A future full of cats isn't what they pray for, so I get it. What's encouraging is that some women have started asking men what went wrong and how to fix it, and they are informing other women, and I think that's a good start.
So I recently asked men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. And sisters, they got in them comments, about 400 comments, and we getting ready to start. Number one, y'all are not polite. Sisters, y'all not polite. Me Too and feminism. Apparently, they are afraid of being accused of SA. Everyone looks the same. No one stands out or is original. The system, social media, has destroyed y'all. Y'all are not safe. Apparently there was a poll that says women asked who they feel safe around. They said men or a bear. Y'all chose a bear. The men are salty about that.
You're goddamn right.
Just sitting here thinking about how.
So, there's a few things that play into why the dating market is the way it is, you know. The fact that there are, like that girl said, a whole bunch of single women out here looking for love. And being a young person, right, I can attest to the quality of women. And you know, it's not just women, right? Of course, it's two sides to a story, you know. A lot of these men don't know how to be men, be true men, put their foot down. Because at the end of the day, you know, you have men that enable these behaviors in women. You know, same as Adam, right? Listening to a woman, knowing that he should have told her what it was, and to follow the commands of the Lord, right? So you have simp men out here, which I'll put the blame on them first. You have simp men out here who will enable women, and tell them it's okay to be out here dressed like a hoe. It's okay to be out here, you know what I'm saying, not wearing modest things and stuff like that. Making them think that it's okay to wear that type of stuff, or that's the type of things that attract men, right? Which is not okay. A true man isn't attracted to a woman in a relationship type of setting that is outside, half naked, with her goodies all out, right? As the brothers always say, leave something to the imagination. And you know, people jokingly nowadays say that women wear their lingerie outside. So what's the point? You can't even get happy or even excited about lingerie anymore, right? So part of that has to do with, you know what I'm saying, men enabling that type of stuff. And the other half, really, majority of it really is influence, right? Who these women look up to, who they getting their advice from, who they look up to and listen to, right? Look at the people who are women, and I'm talking about Jake women, Southern Kingdom. What are our women? Who do they look up to? Who do they listen to? Who are they modeling themselves after? Women like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, any Sexy Red, any type of woman that is talking about degrading men or being a hoe, going outside, being a bad bitch, all this other shit, right? That no true man that wants a wife or wants a woman and wants to take her seriously is going to consider or even look into, right? No true man wants a woman who's out here half naked, acting like they're single or that they don't have a man, right? And I always go to the simple fact that just goes with the respect that they have for themselves, right? A woman's out here dressed a certain type of way, and it's gonna bring you a certain type of attention. It's not gonna bring you a man, right? And that third woman, well, not the third one. Was that the third? Yeah, the third woman, the light-skinned one, not her. This one right here, saying that men don't want to have relationships and all this other stuff. That couldn't be further from the truth. There are lots of men, you know, who wouldn't mind having relationships and stuff like that. It's just a simple fact that, as a guy said, if you ever seen that online analogy, he said, if you have 100 lions coming towards you, are you going to sit and see which lions are good and aren't going to eat your ass, or are you going to run away, right? It's the same as when these women are outside and they're in a group and they're dressed a certain way, a provocative way. Are you going to sit and see, you know what I'm saying, which ones are actually have genuine qualities, or are you just going to go based off of how they dress, right? So you have to set yourself apart. You know what I'm saying? You have to let it be known, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, majority of men is visual with us, right? First and foremost, it's going to be a visual thing. So if I see a woman out here and she's dressed half naked, I'm going to put her, most men have this thought process. You have an entertainment side where this is a woman you're going to have fun with, or you know what I'm saying, you actually going to consider taking her seriously, right? So that's part of it. You know, I'm going to go through and give more scriptures concerning it, right? Break it down a little bit more. After this timer goes off, I'm probably going to break this into 2 videos and then just, you know, edit them together. Then I also thought about another clip I want to add as well, so I'll probably add that to the second part of this video. But I want to play this one as well.
A lot of men say the black woman is the hardest woman to deal with because of their attitudes.
Actually, matter of fact, somebody, let me go ahead.
You're thinking about how
comparing this. So she said, number one, you have to also remember, man, which I've started to see a lot more this type of content. I'm not sure if it's concerning, you know, just because I'm liking this content and it's just popping up on my feed more, but I'm seeing a lot more of polygamous relationships being accepted, right? And the fact that we're in war times and we're getting very close to going to war and stuff like that, that's also going to add to the amount of men that are going to be over here in this side or even on the earth, right? Because there are going to be a lot of men, according to prophecy, that are going to pass. Meaning there's going to be a majority of women, even though there already is, right? In the United States, I just did this research the other day, and I'll probably pull it up when I play my last clip. Just did some research about the United States, and you know, the women outweigh the number of men 3-1, right? 3-1. So it's roughly 97 men to 100 to every 100 women, right? And if you break that down, that's 3-1. So let me get this real quick. Isaiah 3:1. It says, I still like it. Isaiah 3:25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. Right? So that's also going to come to pass. And even when we get into Jacob's trouble, right? When shit hits the fan, societal collapse, it's just going to increase more and more. But you also have to realize this simple fact is that that's when a lot of brothers, and I'm talking about the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, that's when their stock is going to rise, right? That's what we always talk about. The stock's going to rise. The stock's going to rise. And we keep on saying these things, and it's on our spirit. Just know that we can feel it coming. It's going to come to pass soon, right? A lot of these women are going to start looking in our direction, whether they be good looking or whether they be, like Nelly says, it don't matter if I'm shooting game to a pigeon or a dime, right? If that woman treats you well, she comes with good qualities. You know what I'm saying? And she knows her role and she knows what she needs to do. You could join my team, you feel me? At the end of the day, looks is only one aspect of it. Now, of course, you're gonna want a woman that looks decent, right? But the Lord has a woman for brothers out there who are truly doing the work. But best believe that, right? So you don't even have to worry or concern yourself with how she looks or how she's gonna act in that day. You're gonna have the power to whether she stays on your team or not, whether she's cut for your program or if she don't make it. Isaiah 3:25, right? It says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. So all of these women who saying that they're independent, that they don't need a man, right? That all of that stuff is going to cease to exist very soon once reality strikes and everything, you know what I'm saying, hits. All right, when these said perils set in, when these hard times come to pass, all of that stuff is going to be out the window. They're going to become very feminine in that day, and you're going to watch and see. And then moving on to Isaiah 4:1, it says, a remnant prepared, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach, right? Because back in those days, it was seen as a shame to be an old maid, to be at an old age, which I'm watching these little pop the balloons and stuff like that and looking at these women nowadays, and I'm like, man, some of y'all are past y'all prime, right? And then I'm looking at how these women are dressed. Some of them are dressed like this is a show that you're supposed to come on in order to look for love or a partner, and y'all are dressed like y'all about to go to the club or y'all want to have a fun time. So it says, in that day shall the branch of the Lord Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. I want to get that in the NLT before this timer goes off. It says, in that day, so few men will be left, 7 women, which is just a complete, 7 is the number of completion. It doesn't have to be 7. It could be more than 7. It could be less. Will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids, right? So I'm going to end it there, but I'm going to put these 2 clips together. So I'll be back.
Here thinking about how I went to singles night at church and it was hundreds. I mean, at least 1,000. First, I thought it was 500, but the pastor said it was 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people or even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes and sizes, literally African-American women, like a room full of singles. And I'm like, this has to be an experiment.
A lot of men say the black woman is the hardest woman to deal with because of their attitudes. Like they say Spanish, white, Mexican, and Puerto, all the other races kind of grow up on some serve the man. And then like the black woman grow up on some, I don't need a man. That's why they don't like, that's why the rich guys really don't deal with her because it's too much. Do you agree with that?
I think the black woman's mouth is her biggest enemy. I think black women are the most amazing creatures God has ever created. I think they're smarter, they're stronger, they're more creative, they're intelligent, they're beautiful, right? But the black woman's mouth,
they're amazing.
the fact that she would choose to be right than to be happy, the fact that she rather nag than be in a relationship, that I feel is one of the biggest catalysts why there's so many baby mamas and not a lot of wives. Because a man a black brother that goes out into the world, that it's a fight out there. It's literally a war outside. He got to fight at a job to make more money. He got to worry about these niggas at the gas station trying to kill him. I mean, literally, he's risking his life to bring it home to the house. And when he walks through that door, how that woman greets him, he doesn't want to fight at home, too. I just left the war. I just got home.
It's another war.
And it's another war from a very, very small, cute motherfucker with bushy eyebrows. No.
5 foot nothing.
You dig what I'm saying? And so I think that when a lot of times when men complain about, as far as dealing with black women, it's because of their mouth. They have not mastered that.
more women on earth than there are men. So some of us gonna have to choose to not have one. There's like 3 women to each man. So that's why it's very hard for a man to be faithful. That's why usually when you meet a man, he's either fresh out of a relationship. Like, men are never really fully single. Like, and then a lot of us don't want a lot of them too. So that's even less men. Now we're choosing from the ones that are attractive, or they got a good job, or you're gonna have to choose somebody you don't really like. So that leaves even less men. So now women are competing for like these select few men, and that's why a lot of men cheat. It's so many to choose from. You always hear that like men don't have options, but at the same time I'm always hearing like the ugliest dude ever, like, oh, he cheated on me with like, and it's like 2 girls that are so beautiful, and it's like, how is this happening? It's happening every day, because female desperation is a thing too. Like, when you've been alone for a long time and like you haven't learned how to love on yourself as a woman, sometimes you just start to expect a lot less, like just for love. That's why you gotta, when you're alone, you have to be cultivating yourself, or you're gonna go for like whatever.